so it's time for my monthly favorites. May has gone by really quickly because I feel like I wasn't here only for most of May. But yeah, there are lots of favorites this month, so stick around. First up, we have a fashion favorite. Okay, so these are my Birkenstocks. You guys know I've been a big Birkenstock fan for like the longest time, and this is like my newest pair. I actually got these maybe I think a week before I left, and I thought I would save them for like special occasions and keep them clean because they're white. But then I was thinking of taking them on the trip, and I did take them on the trip, and I'm so glad because I literally lived in these while I was traveling. Okay, so I carried 4 pairs of shoes, and I think pretty much 90% of the trip I was in these. They're like really comfortable. Also, this is my first pair with the back strap, which is really different. So it's kind of like a floater, you know, sandal situation, and not just like a slider, which I really like. Like, I actually feel like getting more colors in this now because I feel it looks nicer, a little more formal than your regular Birkenstocks, and also gives you more control, especially when you're traveling and you're walking a lot and you want to kind of wear like comfy shoes. These were really good. Love them. Favorite movie. Okay, so this is a movie I watched on my way to Malaysia on a flight. It is called Ticket to Paradise and has George Clooney and Julia Roberts, and I loved it. Okay, so it's a very good, those feel-good romance movies that they're so amazing at, the two of them. And I mean, honestly, first I didn't expect it to be as good. I thought it would be cheesy or like, you know, kind of we've passed that early 2000s, 90s romance genre completely, and like now we're looking for more in movies. But this was so wholesome. Like, I was sitting in my seat and I was like one of those giggly girls who's like as I was watching it, and yeah, it was so good. I really enjoyed it. Up next, we have this guy, a travel adapter. Yes, this favorites video is majorly travel influenced because I was in Malaysia for most of the month. So yeah, this is my newest adapter. I've had lots of adapters. This is my old adapter, which I just wanna toss now. Oops. Because this one is just so much better. Okay, so I realized the last time when I went to Australia, that adapter, my old adapter, like the sliding bits of this had become really hard and wasn't easy to kind of, you know, change country wise. Also, it just wouldn't go into a socket properly and kind of stick in that socket, you know what I mean? So the connection wasn't strong, and then you had to keep pushing, and half the time things weren't charging. So this time I was like, I'm gone for a long trip, I need something amazing. I ordered this off Amazon, and man, it is so good. So wherever you put it into the socket, I felt like it really stuck, even where the switches were really close. You know, so what happens is, in a lot of countries, the switches are right next to the adapter, like here. So when you push it in, it like the pins go in, but there's still that switch angle, and then the adapter keeps falling off. I know you've all experienced this, so you know what I'm trying to say. But it's really annoying, and with this one that did not happen at all. And it's a smaller size, it's more compact. It also has 2 USB points, and it's really easy because you can plug your phone, your laptop, and whatever else in the same time. I use this a lot on with my MacBook Pro charger, which is heavier also. Took that really well. So yeah, really love this. I'm getting another one for the next trip. Favorite song? I'm sure you've heard it on Reels about 2 million times, but hear it one more time because I love it. Okay, so this is Cupid by 50/50. 50/50 is a K-pop band, and this is I think their first single, I think, if I'm not wrong. And it's crazily every single like place on social media, and I love it. I think there's also a sped up version. This is the original, but it's just such a cutesy song, and it like, I think it works to anything and everything, you know what I mean? Like whether you're unboxing something, whether you're traveling, it's just, I love it. Beauty wise, this is an old favorite, but I used it literally pretty much every day on this trip. This is the Etude House Fixing Tint in the shade Vintage Red. I actually took 2 shades with me, but I feel like I use this one more. It's also what I'm currently wearing on my lips. What I love about these tints is that they stick. Now, when you're shooting from morning to night, I'm not someone that really touches up my makeup 200 times. I don't like to touch it up. The problem with balms and tints is they tend to fade after a point. With this guy, it sticks there. You can eat, you can drink, whatever, as long as you don't apply anything over it. And it has this amazing, like you can see, nothing comes off, and it just stays like this for a few hours with no problem. Initially, I took obviously 4 or 5 lipsticks, and I was like, okay, I'm going to change things here and there and use them. But then I realized this is always like staying on my lips, looks amazing. So just stuck to this, and yeah, loved it. Then we have a new beauty discovery. So I discovered this actually on my last trip to Singapore when I was with Umang, my brow mama. When she did my brows there, she used Benefit's newest brow wax. Now this is the Fluff Up Brow Wax, which is really, really amazing. I used to have the earlier one, which was very like liquidy and pani. And when you apply it, your eyebrows are kind of like hard and kadak and frozen in that position. This, of course, is wax, so it's like white in color. So even if you don't really do anything, it gives you that much thicker vibe and much fuller for sure. And also, it doesn't look stuck. I use this a lot on this trip because pretty much all I wanted to do was my brows, like, lightly do like mascara and something on my lips. I never wore any other makeup pretty much through the trip. And this really, really helped. And I really love the texture of this. So yeah, definitely using this a lot more. Favorite moment. Okay, now obviously there were tons of moments where I was on this epic trip, which is like once in a lifetime, but it wasn't once in a lifetime for me, thankfully, because this was the second time I got to do this with the same crew on the same show, and you guys will be seeing it soon on TV. But there was this one particular day and moment that really stood out for me, which was when I was on a jet ski. Okay, so we were in Langkawi and we did this really long jet ski tour of the islands. Langkawi is made up of, I think, 99 little islands, and we were, island hopping. And basically, we were all on our own jet skis, and we had to follow our guide. Literally, like, open water, nothing around you at points. And initially, I was really, really nervous because, as you guys know, I do not drive. I know still. Drive, Sherry, drive 2023. And every time I'm on a motorized device where I have to drive, ride, whatever, I do get a little anxious because it's not something that comes seamlessly and easily to me, right? So initially, I obviously wasn't having fun. I was very tense, and I was going at the minimum speed I had to. And the guide was like, and I was like, yeah. But about 30-40 minutes into the ride, I got into it once I got my confidence, and I was like, this is like, there's no one around me. And of course, they really did a great job of making us ride in formation. So we were spread out, and no one was close to you. So you really felt like once you got out, there's nothing around you and you can really go for it. And after a point, I was zipping, and it was almost like when I saw the videos, because the crew was on a boat filming us, right? Riding the jet skis. And they took a lot of these videos on our phone and stuff. And when I saw myself, I was like, oh my God, that's me. And I'm actually having fun, and I'm going for it, which was really amazing. And I really felt amazing. At the end of that day, I was just like, wow, this was so much fun. I can't wait to do it again. Which makes me again come back to maybe I should just drive, and I will enjoy it once I get rid of that initial fear. Okay, moving on to my favorite shows. Okay, so I actually have not watched a lot on the trip because I was really knackered and I didn't really have that much time. Also, I didn't have access to most of my Amazon Prime and all wasn't even working there. So I had to literally just come back and watch some stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of Netflix, so that's what I was watching. Starting with Queen Charlotte. Okay, if you're a Bridgerton fan, you will definitely love Queen Charlotte. It is so, so good. And I think anything that is a period kind of drama, I really enjoy. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. And I binged watched it like while I was shooting. I would literally come back and I'd be like, had to restrict myself to one episode because I had to wake up early in the morning to shoot. And I'd be like, okay, stop, you can watch it tomorrow. It's that good. Then Working Moms has a new season. Again, one of those, really easy to watch shows that you can just like, they're short, crisp episodes. It's really funny. And after a long day when you just want to unwind, it's the perfect show for that. Then we have a really interesting show called Jewish Matchmaking. Now, if you've watched Indian matchmaking, we've all cringed and we've rolled our eyes and stuff like that. But watch Jewish matchmaking and you will see crazy similarities. And I was just like, wow, okay, so it's not just us. I guess everybody has similar cringe moments. And yeah, it's based on, I think, pretty much Indian matchmaking because the format of the show is exactly the same. And you have like couples starting with talking about their story, then these individuals that are looking for partners and what they're looking for, and some which will make you cringe, some which you'll be like, oh, this is sweet, all of that. So yeah, if you're missing Indian matchmaking and you want to change, watch Jewish Matchmaking. Dr. Cha is the only K-drama that I have watched. I've not finished it, I'm still watching it. And it was really, really nice. Actually, I took a lot of flights on this trip. Every 2 days, we were going to a new destination. So I think I took over 7-8 flights in like 2 weeks. And for all the flights, I used to download something on, on my phone to watch. So I watched a lot of Dr. Cha and I really, really love it. Then we have Ultimate Beastmaster, which is something Vaibhav got me into. It's something he was watching. And then when I came back, I started watching it with him. It's very much like Physical 100 and quite addictive. There are also Indian participants, guys, so it's quite exciting. And yeah, I mean, you get into it. Like we watched like one season like really quickly together. Like I didn't even realize over 2 days and it was done. Then we have a new season of Selling Sunset without Christine. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's blah, there's no masala, there's no... But I think that kind of happens with reality shows after they, go into like season 5, 6, it kind of gets repetitive. But I still enjoy the show and I would watch it for 10 seasons more also if it was out because I just like the format. Then on Amazon Prime, we still have Marvelous Mrs Maisel, which I was watching last month. And I've come back and I've started watching it again. So yeah, still have to finish it. Loving the current season. She's so fab. She's always so good and it's just really entertaining. Check it out. We also have Jinny's Kitchen, which is still going strong. As I told you, it's my lunch, dinner, watch situation before I left. I haven't really watched a lot of it since I got back. Because I haven't really had the time, but yeah, still watching like an episode here, an episode there. It's like one of those, where I go back to it here and there. And yeah, it's really, really good. If you haven't binge watched it already, watch it. Then on Hotstar, we have something new which I'm really excited about. It's called Saas, Bahu and Flamingo. It is a series that my brother-in-law actually made, so I'm a little biased here. I've just started it when I got back because I didn't have access over there to watch it and it released while I was there. So yeah, I've watched 2 episodes so far. It is so good. Of course, Isha Talwar is my favorite because she was also in college with me and I love her. And yeah, it's really good. Check it out. Then we have an official route to watch Succession. Finally, JioCinema. I have downloaded yet another app, paid for yet another subscription just because I'm committed to my favorite videos, guys. I love how I blame it on y'all, but no. Finally, you can watch Succession in India and I am watching it and it is amazing. There's lots of other shows I haven't really explored the rest yet. I just literally downloaded because it's easier to watch Succession. And yeah, so you're going to be hearing a lot more about JioCinema also now. And more shows from there, maybe in next month's favorite. And finally, we have finished Below Deck. Okay, guys. So Below Deck is off, like KU is off, like India. We don't have that, unfortunately. I don't know why we don't have a platform that has all the reality shows. We really need KU to come back, or we need something like KU. But yeah, I have managed to finish Below Deck. All 10 years of Below Deck, I have finished it. I have a problem. So guys, those were my May favorites. It was a great month. I really enjoyed a lot of things this month, and yeah, I'm extra happy this month. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys like: products, food items, beauty items, literally anything, and also shows, movies, whatever you want to share with me. Comment below and I will see you guys soon. Bye.